For weeks, they've endured an unpleasant odor coming from Stellantis Mack assembly plant. Today, neighbors say it's time for action.
Police found out who snatched this purse at a Kroger and took the cash inside, but the elderly victim in the case has made a decision that might surprise you.
It was supposed to have been done by now, but one local road project barely got off the ground. The contractor is now taking heat for it. Glad you're with us tonight at 6. Michigan drivers know orange barrel backups are a part of life.
And being in Michigan, it's well tolerated as long as the work is getting done.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been getting done along Adams Road between Square Lake and Long Lake. And now Oakland County's Road Commission is calling out the contractor for non-performance. As Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney shows us, there's a lot of finger pointing going on.
This is Adams Road in Bloomfield Township near Troy. You'll notice that half the road is paved, the other half is not. But here is a problem that Oakland County's really upset about. The county can't plow this the way it is. This has to be fixed. At the cost of $2.5 million, we're supposed to see all new permanent asphalt on Adams Road here by Friday. We don't, and we won't. Road Commission of Oakland County spokesperson Craig Bryson pulls no punches.
It's a simple breach of contract.
Proline Asphalt Paving Corporation of Washington Township is the contractor inside this construction zone that's been an inconvenient one-way, one-lane barrel alley since June.
What we know is that they did not show up on site for more than at least 30 days of the contract period that were workable days.
Matthew Jones runs Proline, and he gave us this statement today, quote, "This project has been significantly delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic and related challenges. Multiple materials specified for this project have been delayed due to supply chain issues. Our contract specifically provided that Consumers Energy's relocation of their underground gas main was to be completed by April 2021. The Consumers Energy gas main relocation work was not completed. We are still waiting for Consumers Energy to complete their work in our work zone so we can open the road to two-way traffic," end quote. In order to put a snow plow down on Adams when the snow flies, it needs all new pavement. So Proline is now tasked with putting temporary asphalt down to level the road on a short deadline, which is next Wednesday.
They have a lot of jobs. They're not a huge contracting company. It's possible they're spread too thin.
It's also distinctly possible that the state, or actually the county, is going to go after Proline for a lot of fines involved with this. They're also required to pay for that temporary asphalt that's going to have to go in. Also, they have to come back next spring and redo the road and make it right. Again, the county not happy. Back to you.
Yeah, but is the county not happy enough to stop doing business with them in the future?
Here's a really bizarre thing. They may have to do business with this company in the future, whether they want to or not, because it was the State Department of Transportation that let this contract. Proline is a preferred contractor on the state's list. And if Proline bids in a future contract, the state is still using them, then the county would have to use them. So the county says it's going to do what it can to get them off of that list. But as it stands right now, they remain there.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done. Okay, Rod, thank you.
Other news at 6, 2 Detroit police officers are charged in the ongoing investigation into towing corruption in the city. Lieutenant John Kennedy is the head of DPD's integrity unit and was in charge of an investigation into a tow company. Federal investigators say Kennedy worked with Officer Dan Vickers to give that towing company lucrative business in exchange for bribes. It's part of a larger corruption probe that already involves 3 members of Detroit's City Council. Detroit Chief of Police James White says he's disappointed and will continue to work to weed out corruption in the city's towing practices.
Well, it's been weeks since we first reported on neighbors' complaints about the strong odor coming from the Stellantis Mack assembly plant. Well, today, those who live along Beneteau Street, just across from the plant on Detroit's east side, are part of a group demanding action. Sean Lay shows us their protest and what the state is doing to try to get this fixed.
Let me show you what the issue is here. That's Beneteau Street. That is a neighborhood where neighbors say fumes from this plant, the new Mack assembly plant, come into the neighborhood, making them feel sick. Now, those neighbors have come over here next to the plant for a protest, saying the fumes have not stopped.
This wouldn't have happened in any other community.
Neighbors protesting next to the Stellantis Mac assembly plant, a protest fueled by the fact that Eagle, the state environmental agency, cited Stellantis again this week for not controlling emissions coming from the plant. People living right next to the plant say they're breathing in those fumes.
If you remember the Ford plant recently down in Flat Rock, instead of making the people continue to breathe this stuff and all that, they put them in hotels and different things like that. We need to be supported by our community.
This is about 5,000 jobs that Stellantis has brought to Detroit to work at the plant that makes the new Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is also about people like Vernetta Burns, who don't feel like they're being seen or heard, but refuse to be forgotten.
Exactly. It's about this community, you know what I'm saying? It's not even they fixed the park up down there, but how safe is that for our kids to be down there playing in that park?
All right, so we asked Stellantis where they are on this right now, the fumes and especially the new violation from Eagle. Stellantis telling us tonight Stellantis has received a notice from Eagle related to ducting requirements in a particular area of the Mac paint shop. The plant has been and continues to be in full compliance with the permitted emission limits. We will work to address this issue promptly, and we'll be certainly following up on this. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4.
Yeah, okay. Sean, thank you.
We move to the latest on the coronavirus. The state reporting 7,867 new cases of COVID-19. The average right now is at 3,933 cases per day. Sadly, we've lost 142 Michiganders, more Michiganders to the virus. That includes 66 from a review of vital records. Now, as the Pfizer vaccine for kids ages 5 to 11 moves closer to being authorized, a lot of parents, understandably, have a lot of questions. Seems like parents of 11-year-olds in particular have a very practical question. So we bring in Dr. Frank McGeorge with the answer here many people are looking for. This is that sort of wedge age, kind of between two protocols, Doc.
That's exactly right, Devin. You know, the most common question that I've received in the last week is essentially, if my child is 11 right now, but will be 12 soon, should I get them vaccinated right away at the lower dose for 5 to 11-year-olds, or wait so they can get the higher dose vaccine when they turn 12? Well, here is some insight from yesterday's FDA advisory panel meeting with the question being asked by Dr. Paul Offit.
One of the questions already starting to come up were if this were to be authorized, this vaccine were to be authorized, from parents, say, of children who are 11 years old, they've been asking, should we just wait till they're 12 and get the larger dose?
The answer from Dr. William Gruber of Pfizer was somewhat technical, but it focused on this slide that shows the increase in antibody levels before and after vaccination with the lower dose specifically for 5 to 11-year-olds. You can see that the increase in antibody levels in 5 to 6-year-olds was the same as the increase seen in 9 to 11-year-olds. This suggests the lower dose would therefore be equally effective in 12-year-olds. Now, this additional slide, also from Pfizer, shows that the lower 5 to 11-year-old dose increases antibody levels as well as the higher dose given to those 12 years and older, further suggesting there is no additional benefit to waiting to qualify for the higher dose. Now, that's the long technical answer. The simple bottom line is that there is no reason to wait to get the vaccine if a child is about to turn 12. Either dose will be just as effective in a 12-year-old. Of course, that does bring up another logical question, which was asked by committee chair Dr. Arnold Monto of the University of Michigan.
What would happen if you gave a lower dose to a 12-year-old? There is the potential, although we don't have the data to show it, for a 10 microgram dose to provide antibody response, and we have some possibility of looking at that in the future.
Now, in reality, you're going to be given whichever dose is recommended based on your child's age, but one potential benefit to getting the lower dose is that it appears to offer the best balance between generating antibodies while potentially reducing side effects with the lower dose.
Frank, do we know why 12 is the dividing line? Some have wondered if it would make more sense if it was weight-based instead of age-based.
Well, you know, that's a really important concept. Weight, of course, is really important when it comes to the dosage of drugs, but vaccines don't exactly work like that. It's really more about the response of the immune system. So in addition to being smaller in size, children's immune systems are more responsive. Now, that does start to change as kids enter puberty and reach adulthood.
Yeah.
That dividing line at 12 is somewhat arbitrary, but you've got to put it somewhere, and 12 is roughly about puberty.
Where it is at the moment. All right, Doc.
All right, update now to a story we brought you yesterday at 6. The 80-year-old woman whose purse was stolen at a Kroger will not press charges. Investigators say the woman accidentally left the purse Sunday at this Kroger on Sashabaw Road in Independence Township. Well, a 63-year-old woman admitted to police today that she took the purse and took $100 out of the purse. We're told the victim declined to press charges after receiving a written apology and her money returned. Kroger has banned that 63-year-old woman from shopping at that location.
If you aren't hyped yet for Michigan versus Michigan State, wait to see what a master Lego builder has created. This will get you going, maybe.
We'll have that coming up. And here's Paul.
Yeah, not the prettiest day today, and temperatures right now are generally in the low 50s. We have 54, though, over at Port Huron. But tomorrow, I guess we're going to call it the best day of the week, but that's not saying a whole lot. And then we have the next rain system coming in. We'll talk about that straight ahead.
Plus, a devastating fire at a strip mall forced several small businesses to shut down for good. One of them didn't. We'll hear from an entrepreneur who refused to let an arsonist stop him.